Hey everybody, welcome back to the Iron and Oak Sawmill. My name is Chuck.
My name's Deb.
And that's for all the new folks out there who are stopping the channel for the first time. Definitely appreciate you here. To all the folks stopping back every week, thank you very much. Really appreciate everybody supporting the channel. We had a great premiere video last night.
Yes, we
it
did.
went really well. Lots of folks showed up.
Yes.
Great support shown for the channel. Thank you to the moderators and thank you to the super chatters that were stopped in as well. We had a great time, and we'll do that every week. Usually on Saturday evenings about 8 o'clock.
Yep.
So if you want to check that out, please do. If you're checking that out, that means you're here right now because it's Saturday night at 8 o'clock, at least where it is, where we are. We definitely appreciate everybody who stops in. To all the folks who come out every week, thank you for being there, supporting us every time we put out a video and liking our content because we're having a great time. We're going to be on the mill today, but for the new folks, we do sawmilling, we do firewood processing, we do machine repairs, equipment repairs, all kinds of good stuff. So we do both slabs, we do lumber on the mill, and lots of firewood on the East of Maine 1222. So if you like any of that, be sure to come back and check out the video. But for today, let's go see what we got at the mill to work on. All right, guys, if you're not familiar with English walnut, I know a lot of you folks know what black walnut is. That's very common. And English walnut is a little bit lighter colored walnut wood. It's I'd say it's got more variations in the color. Black walnut just seems to be more of an even color throughout, whereas the English walnut has darker and lighter browns mixed in with some tan coloring as well. And then, of course, you have the lighter sapwood. This was a good size log. Let's get some measurements on this and see what we've got. Here on the big end, man, it's upwards of 29 inches. And we do have the felling wedge down here. We're going to leave that in. That's what the client wants. We do have a little bit of work going on here. We did find some ants in the upper half of this log we sliced up yesterday, so I have a funny feeling that ant work is going to show up all the way down the middle. So I'm hoping not, but I think it's going to. So here on the small end, we're coming in about 23 inches, and there is hardly any sapwood on this. It's maybe an inch thick, which is very typical for English walnut. They normally have a thinner sapwood, and for length, 12 foot long. So guys, this is going to be some big heavy boards coming off of here. So we're definitely going to be working together to get these boards off the mill today. We'll do our usual, get it loaded up on the mill. We'll level the pith for the new folks, check some of the past videos, or I'll do a quick explanation while we're working on that. But the pith is the living center of the tree. And for us, we like to level that when we're cutting some higher quality lumber. So let's go ahead and get this on the mill and get started.
Help me here.
Nope. That's good. We have a history of finding metal in our logs because we get a lot of tree service, if not 100% tree service logs here. These logs would normally end up in a grinder somewhere or as firewood or something like that, and it would be a shame for something like this to end up in a firewood bin or in a grinder somewhere to become mulch. This is just way too nice a tree, and even if there's one spot with metal in it, you salvage the wood around that, and you know, you skip around the metal, you work around the metal, but you pull as much out of here as you can. Trees are a renewable resource, but it takes way too long to grow them. So there's no sense in wasting the ones we do get. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this one. We've run the metal detector over it, not getting anything on it, so we should be okay for now. But as experience says, take a look at each cut, make sure you're not seeing any discoloration, and check it again with the metal detector, because metal can show up down further in the log. Okay guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We got the Wood-Mizer LT35 set up with the Joe Maine double hard 7-degree turbo blades. That's the 739s. They are 0.045 thick and 1 1/4 inches wide, and they cut like a razor. So if you need to check out some good blades, give Joe Maine a call. We always have his contact information down in the description. Guys, check this out. And I'm trying to keep the sun glare off of it. We're going to do a water pop on this because these outer pieces yield some really nice grain. He's going to be very happy with this. You can see we've got a bullseye coming up here, but that means there's a branch nub under there. It's going to be showing up shortly. I see no signs of rot. This is definitely English walnut. You can see how differing the colors are. It's almost like it's marbled. That marbled effect. It's you know, lighter and darker tans and browns there, and this will darken just like the black walnut does. Got a nice big bullseye showing up here. Now, I think before I turn this, I'm going to check it with the metal detector just to be sure. But man, check it out, guys. Some nice looking English walnut. Here's where you can see how dark this is. That's the color the whole thing's going to turn right there. But man, look at that. Let me get a little close up in there. The way that swirls through there. Beautiful looking grain in there. All right, guys, let's get the metal detector over this. Get it flipped over, and open up our second face.
Beautiful lumber.
All right, guys, let's start you off with this end of the log because of the sun glare. It's going to blind you. It's got some good looking grain in here. This is what we would call the figured end of the log. Picking up our first bullseye here. Got a little bit of compression figure between these two. We got like a triple, quadruple crotch thing going on here. We've got one coming out over here. Now that's where I said the ants were getting in at, and we're starting to see a little bit of that. I'm hoping there's not some big tunnel going down through the middle of the log, but if there is, we're going to pull as many boards off as we can until we get to that point. And then right around in here, let's keep that glare off. And check this, just the way the grain compresses into really tight right in here. This is really cool. There's all those little details. You seeing this, Deb?
Yeah, I like the ant thing.
You like the ant thing?
Yeah, I do.
It's a possibility for
The
epoxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad if it's small, but if it gets big, then you're in for a mess. So, and then you get down into, okay, get out of the figure right into the cathedral here, and that just continues on down. And here's some really beautiful, clear English walnut lumber here. You get closer to the butt end, there's another cathedral coming out of there, and then you can see that darker wood. Now that's, like I said, guys, that's the color this is going to turn, and it's not a single tone, it's multiple tones of like dark browns, light browns, tans. That's the one thing about English walnut, gives it the distinct look to it compared to regular black walnut. It's some beautiful looking stuff. I'm anxious to get this whole thing squared up and see what kind of boards we can get pulled out of this. All right, guys, check it out. This is some nice figured grain here. Picking up that bullseye. Like I said, I'm concerned we might have an ant passage through the middle of this log. I keep saying that, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen. But check out the figure in this. This is cool. Very cool. And there again, you can see the different tones of the browns and the tans in there that we're going to get when this stuff dries. Beautiful stuff. What waves? What do you
Right
like?
here.
Oh yeah, the cathedral kind of marbling. These outer cuts are always like that. See, this is more of the, we've sliced the curved growth rings here, and then these are the growth rings going up and down. All right, guys, fourth face is open, and man, I'll tell you what, I got some interesting figure down at this end once again. Got our bullseye here with the one branch nub.
Like this right here.
And we got this cool looking marbling here. I think what's going to happen is another branch is going to pop up out of here. Then a huge cathedral. But if you don't know what cathedral is, see these kind of pointed things coming up and going back like that? Looks like a big church steeple or cathedral. But that's what that is. Very cool stuff. And it is hard to walk along here.
And this.
Yeah,
Like
we
that.
got some weird branch. It was weird that that's coming out of the bottom of the tree like that. But that was years ago that was on there. So, and this is the butt end of the tree. This is all the way down to the ground. So that's only a few feet off the ground. That's odd. And then again, I mean, check that. There's a real good look at what we're going to see. And I say that on every one, but this is a real good look at what you're going to see when it's dry. Nice stuff. There you have it, guys. 400 board feet of some beautiful English walnut. You guys didn't see these on the top. This was a nasty double crotch log that they wanted just sliced into 9/4 figured lumber. we do have some shorts on this, so if you watch our YouTube shorts videos, you'll see some of this. We did water pops on this and everything. It's looked nice, but what we wanted to get in the full video was this nice one here on the bottom that you guys just saw. So again, 400 board feet of English walnut, 9 quarter and 5 quarter. Some beautiful stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. A lot of really nice 5 quarter lumber coming out of that log. Luckily, the ant work that I was worried about being right down through the middle, which I've seen like that before, same evidence. You got a knot hole at the top like that. You got that little hollow spot at the bottom, and the ants just worked their way all the way through the tree. But with this one, they did not. They got a little bit at the bottom, a little bit at the top, and that was it, thankfully. And I'm sure the client will be happy about that as well. Some beautiful lumber all the way. You guys saw the water pops. We wanted to get, well, we got 1 water pop per side, right?
Yep.
The 8 quarter stuff, you guys, like I said, watch the shorts videos. There's a lot of stuff in there that you don't see in our regular videos. So if you want to check that out, check out our shorts videos. We'll be sure to have some of that up on there. I think we have, what, at least 3 or 4 videos for that? Pretty sure. I also had some adventure of loading up some monster white oak logs. It was a tandem tractor move. Check that out on the shorts videos as well. But the LT35 did awesome. All nice straight cuts, and the Joe Maine blades, the 7-degree turbo, 739, double hard, 1.25 inch wide, 0.45 thick. Did an awesome job. They are our go-to blade. The only time we think we would change up blades is for frozen logs.
Yep.
But we haven't had frozen logs yet this year, so I think we're okay. For the frozen logs, we're thinking for 4-degree blades. Okay, guys, just in case you ask that down in the comment section, okay? Well, right behind the camera here, guys, the next thing up on the mill is going to be a short, fat black walnut log. It's the one you saw laying out here next to that black walnut crotch log. That and all those little tiny black walnut logs, they're all going to get sliced up next, but we're going to be sure to bring you in for that large one. That's going to get at least 1 2-inch slab off of it, and then the rest is going to be all 5 quarter boards as well. And what else we got? Oh, the big white oaks we hauled home. That's all getting cut into, I think, 2x8 trailer decking. So if you have any questions about what we're doing here at the sawmill with the tractor, with the mill itself, with the wood splitter, or any of the things we're using here, please put it down in the comments section. We're glad to help you out. And as always, thanks everybody for stopping out, and we will see you out here next time.
And take care.
What do we say?
So there you have it.
No, I already said that.
No. So that'll wrap it up today.
Yeah, let's let Dad do the closing. I'm just going to stand here like she does.
So that'll wrap it up today, folks.
Girl!
Wait, what's wrong with that?
What? No, I'm just acting like you do when I'm talking. Yeah, you wouldn't say it if it was, so. Okay, ready?
Yep. So that'll wrap it up today, folks.
That's all, folks.
What? I thought that was fine.
Waiting.
No, go ahead.
See you next time.
See you out here next time. Hope you enjoyed it.